Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here then hello and welcome. My name's Alexis and today I want to show you how I have reorganised the storage in the kitchen cupboards. As I just mentioned, today I want to show you how I've reorganised the storage in these kitchen cupboards. So these are our kitchen cupboards, and these are the cupboards where we store our kitchen equipment. I don't normally like to store food in these cupboards because I'm always a bit afraid that it will get warm by the oven. But I have decided to store some food in these cupboards now and change a few things around in here. It's simply because I think it will be an easier system. So in these cupboards, as you can see, we're storing glassware, my food processor stays in here, baking trays for the oven as well stay in here, and there's also oils and alcohol that we never drink down the bottom. So yes, I decided that I wanted to store some food, and the food I wanted to store we actually store in the other room. So in our back room we have boxes on top of our DVD cupboards that actually store food, but I decided that I wanted to switch that over, and I wanted to put those in the cupboard and then put the storage boxes up here. So to do this, the first thing I did was to remove everything from my island, so I had a space to work with. So I took everything off the island in the kitchen, and then I started to take everything out of the cupboards. So as you can see here, we do tend to store quite a lot of items in these cupboards. Whenever I empty cupboards, I always think of them as like the TARDIS in Doctor Who. If you've ever seen Doctor Who, he travels around in something called a TARDIS, which is an old phone box. And it's actually bigger on the inside than it is on the outside. So yes, these cupboards always remind me of the TARDIS in Doctor Who, because I always feel like they're bigger on the inside than they are on the outside. If that makes sense. So yes, I took everything out of the cupboards, and then once I'd done that, I decided to start cleaning the inside of these cupboards. They weren't that dirty because, as I mentioned earlier, I had cleaned them not so long ago. I think it was probably before Christmas I'd cleaned the inside of these cupboards, but I just decided to give them a quick wipe down because I always like to know that they're clean on the inside, and I also decided to give the doors a quick wipe as well. While I was cleaning the cupboards, as always, my son started to come and mess around with the camera. So yes, that was Ted just popping in to say hello to you all. once I'd cleaned inside the cupboard, I then moved on to organising the storage for the cupboard. So the white box you can see here is a new box I bought from Amazon, and I brought these so that I could store more things inside the cupboard, and also so things wouldn't get lost as well. I actually measured the cupboard before I bought these. We have a long, thin cupboard by our oven. And I do find that if I just put things in there, they tend to get lost inside the cupboards. So I thought if I bought storage boxes, it would make it easier for us to find things. So, and I will link those in the description box below for you. I was a bit worried, I have to say, when they turned up that I'd ordered them too big for the cupboard, but they actually fit perfectly. I did check before I started this video. So yes, they fit perfectly. So I just reorganised everything out of the old boxes into the new ones, and then I put these back into the cupboard. And once that job was done, I then started to fill the new boxes with all of the items from our back room. So all of the items that we store in our back room, I then put into these boxes, and then I put them into the cupboards by the oven. When the boxes were refilled, I then moved on to filling the boxes from our back room. So these boxes were the boxes we used to store the crisps and things, but I decided that I wanted to store the Tupperware in these boxes. We were storing the Tupperware in the cupboards by the oven, but I kept finding it was falling out on me, and there was glassware in there, and I was a bit afraid that that might smash. So I decided to put the Tupperware boxes into these boxes and store them in the back room. And I have to say that this system is working really well now. Once the boxes had gone back into the back room, I then moved on to refilling the last box. So I bought 5 boxes, and they all fit in the cupboard really well apart from this one. So I wanted to put this one above the microwave, but the cupboard above the microwave is slightly larger, and unfortunately it didn't fit in with the tin foil and the baking paper and everything else that goes in that cupboard. I even tried to use a wire basket to store the rest of the items in, but unfortunately that didn't work. So I had to remove all of these items, and I used this last box to store some food processor items in instead. All of the new storage boxes were in the cupboards, and a couple of the old ones as well. I then moved on to putting all of the items back into the cupboards. when everything was back inside the cupboards by the oven, I then moved on to cleaning the island that I'd been using for storage. So I gave it a quick spray with my method spray, and then I wiped it down. And once it was dry, I then moved all of the items from the kitchen table back onto the island again. So that's our new storage reorganised, and I'm really pleased with the finished results. These boxes are really easy to use inside these cupboards, and they hold so many items as well. I'm really pleased with them. Again, this isn't an advert for them, but I will link them in the description box below. And I have to say, it's so much easier to find items in this cupboard now, and nothing falls out on us anymore. So we're all really pleased about that. So for now, that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to give us a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and please feel free to leave any comments below, and please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. See you all soon. Bye.